afternoon. Welcome to Equipped. Just a quick reminder, this class uses equipment. Hence the name Equipped. If you jumped on early, you already heard a little bit of this spiel. We are going to mainly be using one piece of equipment today. So that's either a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a weighted backpack, a medicine ball. All of the work, I'm going to be mainly cueing through one piece of equipment. If you have lighter items, like a light set of dumbbells you're working with, you're more than welcome to use two just so you get a little bit more intensity. But I'm going to leave that one up to you. All right? If you do have a band, go ahead and grab it. We're going to work with some pass-throughs. I like starting off with these to create some tension in that band. And you're just going to go straight arm, working from the hips to that low back area. Going anterior, posterior. If you do not have a band, that's absolutely fine. Imagine that you do, and create some tension through the arms, and give yourself some nice strong pass-throughs. Just so you don't feel left out if you don't have a band. It's just going to look a little something like this. Palms to the sky, nice and intentful on those pass-throughs, working through your pace. Nice and strong. All right, one of my favorite movements I like to take y'all right into is our hinge squat lunge combination. So go ahead and ground those feet for me. You're going to drive those hips back. Nice strong hinge. We feel those hamstrings. Let's stand tall. Give me a nice deep squat. And then a double lunge. We're just going to go 5 rounds of this. A lot of you are very familiar with this movement. We have our hinge. We have our squat. We have our double lunge. Right into that hinge. Right into that squat. Right into that double lunge. 2 more rounds. I'm going a little fast for you. You're more than welcome to slow it down. You'll get time to catch up as I start talking about today's movements. We said a lot to do in 25 minutes. All right, let's go and wrap those up. That hinge, that squat, that double lunge. So as I go through the movements, please don't just stand there. You'll get bored. And I actually want you to use these movements as part of your warm-up. So our first combination, we're going to be working a reverse lunge to a press. All right? We're going to work one side at a time. We're going to work each side independently, and then we're going to get into a bicep curl. I haven't done any gun shows with y'all recently, so we're going to work a lot of arms today. So let's go ahead and get our dumbbell or kettlebell. I want you to rack it on your right side. So if it's a dumbbell, you're just going to pull towards your shoulder. If it's a kettlebell, you're going to have your thumb touching your collarbone, strong in that wrist. So we have it wrapped on our right side. Our right foot's going to step back, maintain your balance, pull down, and then as you stand, press. Side profile, what that looks like, we're going to go 3 reps. Right foot steps back, press. Right foot steps back, press. All right, go ahead and switch out those sides. So again, whether you have a backpack, whether you have a dumbbell, whatever you're working with. All right, left side's wrapped, left foot steps back, and press. Stepping back, press, stepping back, press. Wonderful. All right. So with this bicep curl, I'm going to leave it up to you on what creative you want to get today. If you have double dumbbells, you can double bicep curl it up. I'm going to work a crushed bicep curl today. So I'm actually going to take the ball of my kettlebell. You got to stop wearing black. My favorite color. I'm just crushing my kettlebell together, and I'm going to work a strong bicep curl. So you know, I only have 25 pounds right here. It feels like a whole lot more because of the intensity that I'm putting into that. You can do that with a dumbbell as well. Crushing that dumbbell together, squeezing it in. Try to get those hands to squeeze together. Of course, unless you're Superman, you never will. All right? That's our first combination today. You're still working with me. You're not just standing there. We're going to go into a goblet squat. So you have a dumbbell or kettlebell. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to pull it right to that chest. Find our squat position. We're going to pull that body down. 3 strong squats. Chest stays proud. And if your dumbbells are a little lighter, you're more than welcome to use both and go into more of a front squat position. All right, I'll give you some cues later on how to make that more challenging. Our partner position, our partner movement with this is going to be our single arm row. Today's variation is going to be feet side by side. I'm in my left hand, hips are driving back, and I'm working just 3 strong rows right here. I'm not rotating through the body. Once I get done with that 3rd rep, I'm going to stand up, switch out to my right side, nice strong hinge, 3 strong rows. And you're not seeing any rotation in my body. There's no bounce or little to no bounce. All right, so I'm not looking like this. Okay? as I'm working through my rows. I'm nice and stable, so we are working some trunk work. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. I want you to take that right knee down to the ground. So we're in a half kneel position. Grab that dumbbell, grab that kettlebell. You're going to take it to your right hip. Belly button goes with it. All right, so your belly button's in behind the kettlebell, goes that right hip, and then we're going to press across the body, back to that right hip, press across the body, right hip, press across the body. Switch it out. Left hip, press across, left hip, left hip. Wonderful. All right, now stand tall. Please watch your head, okay? It's important. If you're working a kettlebell, I recommend that you grab the ball. All right, so you grab the ball, your thumbs are inside the handles, and we're going to work an overhead extension. Due to my camera angle, I'm going to drop down just so you can see this one. All right, you can, of course, stay standing. We're just working a strong overhead extension or triceps extension. Okay? When you're done with dumbbells, however you need to do it. If you're doing dumbbells, I recommend that you hold it. See if I can get this like this. So it sits in your hands like so. It makes it much easier to make a diamond with your hands to work that tricep extension. All right? So that's our movements today. Hopefully you were doing them with me so you got a little warm. We're going to be jumping right into it. We're going to start off with that reverse lunge to that single arm overhead press. So let's go ahead, get that kettlebell racked back in that right hand. Nice strong rack position. Right foot steps back, 45 seconds of work, step and drive. Your pace. So again, your right foot stepping back, your left leg's doing the work, getting you out off of that floor. You're nice and tall through the head. And this can be done with a dumbbell, weighted backpack, whatever equipment you have. Baby seat, maybe not a baby inside of it, maybe a water jug. 15 more seconds. Start working that breath. You're driving through that left heel. We're trying to get that bicep all the way to that ear. We worked on that last week. Okay, really working that full extension. 2, 1, and relax. 15-second recovery. Then we're going to that left side, racking left side, stepping back with left foot. So it's technically a contralateral press. Let's rack it. Left foot steps back. Press. So this is going to get a lot of energy out of your body, hence why we've partnered it with a bicep curl. So try not to hold back. Try to really press through. Pressing through that right heel. I just heard my right knee talk a little bit. For me, that's a good sign that I was loading up my toes. The side profile is not a giant step back. It's just enough to keep that back knee underneath the hips. 5 seconds. 2, 1, relax. All right, so this is where you have some options. We're going to our bicep curl. You can work double dumbbells, double kettlebells. If you have a barbell nearby, grab it. Whatever you want to do bicep curls with, let's get that weight. Let's work. So turn aside, because I'm working a crush grip. So I'm squeezing the ball of my kettlebell together. Kettlebell is much stronger than me, so I'm never going to win that battle. But my biceps are doing a whole lot more work now. Elbows are staying pinned to the body. Trying to keep this right in those biceps. Knees are soft. Belly is strong. And time for you to catch your breath. If you got a little breathless on that reverse lunge to press. 3, 2, and relax. All right. So we're going back to that press. Just remember you're going to rack that right side. This is our final round of this superset, so make sure you work. Right side rack. Right foot steps back. Let's work. If you're working a kettlebell, I do want you to focus on full range of motion. So when you rack it, that thumb should be able to touch your collarbone. All right, if you're out here, stop it. Okay? You're going to kill your shoulder. Look at that. Don't do this when you work that kettlebell. All right, get it back inside and drive. Yes, I know it takes more work of the muscle, but your joint will thank you later. Less than 10 seconds. And relax. Left side coming up. You know, left leg's gonna step back. You're gonna be driving through that right heel. Big breath. Rack it up. Left foot. Let's work. So left foot steps back. It's different side profile. Just a reminder, you're just stepping back enough to keep that back knee underneath the hips. You're not going into an exaggerated runner's lunge or something we would do to open up that hip. We want to be able to produce power. 15 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, we got bicep curls coming up. Again, get creative with this. All right, make sure you really work those biceps. I'm going to go back to that crush grip. Squeezing my kettlebell together. Making my biceps think they're doing more work than what they are. It's not about how many reps you do. Make each rep count. Each rep is stronger than the last. So reminder, after this, we're moving on to that goblet squat and that single arm row combination. That single arm row is going to be interesting. Now we've gotten biceps a little bit fatigued. And relax. All right, again with that goblet squat, but the weight that you're working with is a little light, and you do have a set of weights, you're more than welcome to go to a front squat. Bring those dumbbells or kettlebells to more of a rack position. All right, I'm going with goblet. Let's work. Find your appropriate tempo. Making sure you're working tension through the entire body. Working that exhale as you stand. Bracing that belly up top. Now do a quick elbow check. Can you get those elbows down towards that rib cage instead of allowing them to flare out? Pull them down. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and relax. All right, so we're going to that single arm row. This is not a lawnmower pull that we've done in the past. We are going to stay nice and isometric locked in through that trunk. The only joint moving is that shoulder blade and that elbow. Let's go left side first. Strong hinge. Let's work. Try and get that elbow right along that rib cage, the lower part of that rib cage. Keeping that shoulder away from your ear. I know it sounds intense, but I love the cue. If your shoulder touches your ear, it's poison. Don't let your shoulder touch your ear. Keep that shoulder packed down. 10 seconds. I can feel my body starting to want to bounce. So I got to control that row a little bit more. 3, 2, and relax. All right. If you start to feel your low back, I want you to stand up and reset your body. Your abs are most likely starting to push forward, not supporting your lumbar any longer. All right, right side. Let's work. Then shift those hips back. You're still reaching those hips towards that wall behind you. Trying to keep that weight about center mass. 15 seconds. Last 5, 4, your pace. 3, 2, and relax. Woo! Get one. Going back to that goblet squat. Again, pulling that rib cage down so strong to the belly. We get a little more comfortable with that weight in front of the body. We don't let the body get passive. Let's work. So with that weight out in front, we're able to find a bottom position a little bit easier. You have that nice counterweight. But don't allow your belly to get lazy because of it. "20 seconds. And you're kind of done with legs today after this. Three, 2, and relax. All right, go back to that single long row. I know my back got a little toasty on that last round. Don't be surprised I have to stand up midway to reset. All right, athletic stance. Let's get that weight. Stand up tall with it first. Brace the belly. Drive the hips back. Let's work. Find your breath. Roughly 15 seconds. Ooh, quick reset for me. I'm a little lazy and I looked over. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. Woo! Woo! Feeling it today. Doing the biceps first. I'll bore y'all with a nice little study on this set. All right, stand tall, right side, hinge, let's work. So, if you fatigue out your biceps before you work your back, you actually recruit more of your back. So, if you're looking to get the most out of your back work and maybe change things up a little bit, work biceps first. Like you always tend to work biceps afterwards to finish up their back day. Work them first, you'll recruit more from your back, you'll get more bang for your buck. And your form will actually get better because your shoulders will initiate the movement compared to your elbow. Three, 2, 1, relax. All right, we got our half kneel. I'm gonna go right knee down. I'm gonna load up my right hip. Now I'm taking that weight to the sky. Probably low enough to be able to see a reach position. All right, load it up. You take your time, load. I want you to really try to feel that rotation coming through your trunk. Feel those transverse abdominals, those deep, deep abs. You don't have to press it too far out. Change the view just a little bit. You see, I'm really going more of a vertical press than anything. Ten seconds. Relax. Woo! Left knee down. Big breaths. All right. Getting close to the end. I can feel it. Left hip. Let's work. Extend that left hip through. Okay, initiate through the hips, use the belly, and then finish off those arms. 10 seconds. Woo! And relax. Man. Oh, this guy. Tricep extension. You can stay kneeling if you like. I'm going to take it back up top. Again, with that kettlebell, I like to have hands wrapped around the ball, thumbs inside the horn, to where when that kettlebell is behind my head, handles are pointed down, bottom of the kettlebell is pointed up, elbows stay tight. Just a quick front profile. Try to keep those elbows from looking like this. Okay, we don't want to look like this. We want to keep them pulled in tight as possible. I know it makes it more challenging. You don't have to go super fast. So work that negative on the way down. Drive it up. Three, two, and relax. Ooh. All right. I'm going to look at all quality for these next 45 seconds. I'll drop away my half kneel. Right knee down. Right hip load. Let's work. Now your breath matches your hip extension. The minute that right hip starts to press through, you exhale. Almost there, almost there. It's a whole lot more than just shoulders working. We're working that trunk and challenging that strong pillar, breaking away from our sit-up mentality, working some strong rotation, and relax. Big breath. Half kneel. Left knee down. Low left hip. Let's work. All we have left is our tricep extension. I know those arms are cooking. I know those shoulders are feeling it. Told you we were working those arms today. Right under 15 seconds. Belly button goes with you. And relax. Woo! Last but not least, we got triceps. All right. You pick your medicine on that grip, so make sure you have a good grip. Take it overhead, elbows tight. I like to really work that negative. I love working that slow descent on the way down. Really gets me to feel a little bit more differently in those triceps, especially the next day. Working more of that eccentric overload, changing up that tempo. Again, elbows staying tight. Ten seconds. Ooh, getting short on my reps. Oh, I can't find that full extension anymore. Getting sloppy and relax. Woo! Oh, all right, y'all. Good work. Let's hang out to wherever's comfortable. I just want you to keep your head up. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to get a really quick stretch here in just a moment. You can be seated for a moment if you like. You can stand up. You can pace around. I got to stay in front of the camera, so we're going to find a nice position right here. All right? A couple of deep breaths. Big inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out of the mouth. Even if you're going to stay for strength flow, let your body know it's done for a moment so you can start recovering. All right, let's stay nice and tall. We're gonna go pretty basic stretch today. Soften those knees. Big breath in, open up that chest. Reach out, reach, 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 reach. Inhale, exhale, reach forward. Exhale. Stand tall. So reach out, right arm straight out. Bring it across the body. Catch it with the left. Below the elbow. Try to get those right fingertips as far away from the body as you can. Still soften those knees. Big breath. Switch it out. We're going to do one last little shoulder stretch. We did a lot of work with those arms today. If you're not staying for strength load, I'd love for you to take some time to work on those quads. Simple as a stretch of grabbing on that back foot, and those hamstrings as simple as a stretch of working that hinge. All right, last one. We're just doing one rep of these. I want you to reach back, grab your wrist. Imagine you're about to get arrested. Squeeze those elbows back, take those hands off the body, pull those hands up, exhale, and relax. Y'all, good work. Go find some fuel. If you are not already, give us a quick follow at Lenovo Fitness if you are on Instagram. For this month, we are going to be focusing on mental behavioral health. So if you already follow us, you've seen a lot of that. Also, make sure to check out LenovoBenefits.com, Mindset Reset. Some really cool resources there. Nice campaign going on for August. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for joining.